In this episode, we'll tell you why we bought a Thousand Trails membership.
And we'll share our thoughts about the first 3,000 Trails preserves that we have visited. Hi! Well, we have surprised ourselves and we bought into the Thousand Trails membership system. We're at our first park and we thought we'd show you around.
So there's several different types of memberships at 2,000 Trails. You can buy just the basic camping pass, and that's they usually do specials, and you can get it around $500. It's $489 or $499 for a year, and it comes with one zone. They have 5 zones over the United States. The Midwest really doesn't have anything to speak of to camp in.
No, everything's on the coasts.
Yeah.
The West Coast and the East Coast.
So there's, like I said, the basic camping pack, and then you can buy what's called the Trails Collection. With the camping pack, you get 80, I believe it's 88 campgrounds you have access to, and once you purchase that for $500, it's free at all of the 1,000 Trails resorts. Now, the Trails Collection includes encore parks, and some of those have stipulations of where you have to be age qualified, which is 55 plus, or it's a high demand resort and it's an extra $20 a night or $20 a night because you're not paying anything to stay there, but it's $20 a night, as opposed to the $85, $95, or $100 that it normally is.
Right. So $20 isn't too bad if it comes to that.
Right. The next level up is Elite Basic. That includes all zones, and there's quite a few perks if you buy a new membership. But we chose not to because we don't really need the perks. Some of the perks would include staying at cabins.
Right. You get passes for friends and family to use at cabins and campgrounds and that kind of thing also.
Yeah. So stuff like that we really don't use, so there's really no need to buy it. We wouldn't be using it. The difference in price is about 50% if you buy a used membership, and that also comes with the opportunity to purchase another membership, which is RPI, Resort, I don't know what it is.
I don't remember.
That adds about 100 more parks.
I can see where staying in a place like this, if you have a family, would be a really good idea because they have a lot of things for kids to do, a lot of activities. They just played candy bar bingo in there, which looks like a lot of fun. And they have pools and all kinds of things for kids to do, so it looks fun.
So, talking about cost, so we threw out some numbers, and I'll go ahead and say that we paid $3,500 for our Elite Basic 1,000 Trails membership, which allows the 21 days park to park. The reason why we bought that was we started out the year anticipating spending about $20 a night on average for RV parks.
Right. And that wasn't staying in an RV park 100% of the time. That was staying in RV parks when we needed to and when we couldn't find boondocking spots, which there were a lot more to be had further south. But the more north we've gotten, the fewer there've been, which is what led us to really dig into the 1,000 Trails to see if that might be something that would work for us.
Yeah, so whenever I say $20 on average, you're typically not going to find an RV park for $20. No. When you do, you don't have hookups.
Right. Yeah, you're usually paying to stay like in a state campground that is just, it's a spot, but no hookups at all.
Right. So for $20 a night, that comes out to $7,300 a year. That's a lot more than what we anticipated paying. I just didn't do the math. If you bought a 1,000 Trails Basic Elite package, brand new, it's around $8,000.
Right.
And like she said, we aren't going to be able to utilize it as much as we needed to this year. We should have bought it in California.
Yeah.
Because we really needed it quite a bit in Oregon. I think for the camping pass being $500, we spent almost $500 for 3 weeks at one RV park. And we could have been staying at several RV parks and only had paid $500.
Yeah. For the year.
for the year.
Not for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's probably the only thing I think that we regret. We were a little bit gun shy based on feedback that we'd heard about Thousand Trails and the term timeshare, yeah, kind of kept getting thrown around, and we didn't really want to get into that. So we hesitated and didn't buy it right away, and then now we have, and we wish we had done it sooner. But
we talked to a membership specialist this morning, and it turns out it's really just a better deal if you buy a brand new membership. Our used membership was about half the price or half the cost of a brand new membership, but our payment is going to be about $140 a month until we get it paid off. Even though a brand new membership is twice the cost, you can get the payment set up through 1,000 Trails, and the payment itself is lower, and you have a lot more perks.
And at least at face value, it seems to be interest-free, which is where we feel like we probably screwed up.
Right. One of the ways we work to offset the costs is to boondock. And what boondocking is, it's dry camping. And what dry camping is you're staying somewhere without hookups. So with all of that said, this year we're going to be right on track to hit the budget that we set in the beginning of right around $7,000 for the year. That's too much to spend. Here's the entrance. It's the, I guess you'd call it a guard shack or check-in place. This particular 1,000 Trails is not unlike a lot of 1,000 Trails, as it's part of the KOA. Well, it's the KOA and 1,000 Trails campgrounds are together. You got a camp store.
And they sell ice cream, which is a bonus.
And laundry. Laundry's pretty good, right?
Laundry's decent. Today there were 3 dryers that were out of order, but all of the washing machines worked. And it's $2 to wash and $2 to dry, so that's pretty reasonable.
As you can see over there is the playground for the kids, basketball court, and up here there's a dog park. I guess this is a dog park, isn't it?
Camp Canine.
Camp Canine. There's a frisbee golf course if you're into that sort of thing, and
softball space. Yeah.
So there's probably a diamond out there. It's just not well maintained. In my opinion, one of the best features is the lake. You can come down here. I don't know if they charge for paddle boats or any of that stuff, but I talked to a guy the other day and he said you can fish if you want to. It's private, so you don't have to have a Washington State fishing license, and they don't charge you to fish. They do ask you to keep your limit at 2 fish a day. I haven't had the pleasure to come down here and fish yet. I've been kind of busy working and doing other stuff, but I hope this weekend we won't have any plans and I'll come out here and maybe catch lunch. If you want to get updates and follow us on our journey, subscribe, click the little bell down there, and you can get alerts whenever we post a video. We've started posting every Friday at 7 o'clock on YouTube, and that rolls over to Facebook on Saturday, every Saturday at 12:12 p.m. I guess it is.
Yes.
So check us out and follow us.
Until next time.
Hey! Hey!
That was dumb.
Just record while we're walking.
Well, we should probably record facing the other way.